How's it going, guys? This is Peter here, and today we take a look at Bogroot Growths, a fairly easy 2-level dungeon, the only place in the game where you may get 3 of these unique skins: the Emerald Edge, the Frog Scepter and the Moldavit Staff. By far the frog is worth the most of the 3, so keep an eye on those, don't match them. Anyway, if you complete this dungeon you get Azure and reputation points, and even though the Azure title helps a bit with the extra energy pool on your way to the dungeon, inside it has no effect, so it doesn't really matter if you have activated it or not. Like I said, this is not one of the most difficult places. I would say any meta or close to meta hero team will easily do the job here. I choose my Mesmer this time, just some basic research stuff, and my heroes are pretty much the same as always. Perhaps Livia's build needs some explanation. You know, there are plenty of corpses here, and minion masters can really help with both damage and defense. Alright, once you're ready, go to God's encampment and go to the northeast corner of the map. Try to avoid as many groups as possible, only fight what must be done. And this period is perfect for me to tell you a few things about the bosses. So this time you have 2 choices, and those determine what end boss you get. There are 2 NPCs close to the portal, and if you talk to Girif, you will get Girif's War Quest, and the end boss is a Mesmer called Cabus. Now if you talk to Tex, you get Tex Spore, and the end boss is a ritualist called Zimmermons. In both cases you get some allies, these frog looking NPCs, and we must destroy the other type of frogs. For Girif's War your allies are the Gokirs, and for Tex War your allies are the Ophils, and the enemies are vice versa. Anyways, it doesn't really matter what you choose. Honestly, this dungeon is the same. I only choose the Mesmer because the Ritu boss had armor respecting damage, and to me personally this seemed like more dangerous. In both cases they have plenty of AoE damage, and spreading out heroes is recommended. Alright, here we are. Talk to one of the Azuran NPCs, get the quest and go through the portal. Upon entering you see the Gokirs and Ophils are fighting each other. Just kill one of them and talk to the beacon of Draknor. You see there are plenty of corpses here. MMs will love this place. So now a few words about the frogs. The Nahualis are the frogs' only healers. Generally speaking you should focus on them, but they are not too good at healing. Only 1 heal skill in their build, so you can pretty much YOLO here. As long as your DPS is decent, you will destroy every group quickly. The frogs also have Mesmer called Tlamatinis. These will always interrupt your skills, put migraine and other annoying hexes on you. Then we have the Aminis. These are warriors with also interrupts, blocking skills and heal signet. Finally there are Paragons. They also have very Italian names. They are the Cucanis with some shouts and chants. Furthermore, each and every frog has some type of a poison called Tongue Lash. This causes -12 degen and gives you 25% chance to miss with attacks. And that's all you need to know about the frogs. Now we reach a big room with plants. The blooming nettle is the one you should focus on. These create these spores, and they can heal the other plants too. The fanged ones have interrupts and hexes but aren't really dangerous. The spores usually don't do much, but they can turn into nettle seedlings. If you want to save some time and aren't afraid of the risk, only kill the fanged ayahuasca and simply walk past the rest. The spores won't follow you, the nettles either, because they are stationary. Of course, if you enjoy farming reputation points, stay and clear the whole room. This was more than enough for me. I will leave them now. We find more frogs here, but this fight is very easy because the Gokirs help us and we outnumber the Ophils easily. Look at this ball. The Gokirs do their job pretty well. There is a Ritu boss too called Ophil Patriarch. It has the same build as the small Ritus had, so it won't be a problem. Now some poison traps and even more frogs. The poison hurts, don't stand in it. It even hurts the frogs, surprisingly. I believe they had some sort of immunity. Never mind. After these narrow caves you reach a big room and you can pretty much run to the portal leading to level 2 with the human party. Well, heroes aren't too smart and minions aggro everything, so we do the slow clear instead. Seriously, this dungeon can be run so easily even in hard mode, all you need is a speed boost and a tank. So here we are, level 2, the last level. I was a bit out of time when I did this, guys, so I simply flagged heroes past the enemies and saved precious minutes here. Girif was smart too, luckily he followed us, all good. The next part is a bit tricky, don't aggro the whole map, especially don't over aggro the storm clouds, those can be deadly in big numbers. When I used to do Zacian stuff with the picked up groups, plenty of times we wiped here, well, heroes are smart if you control them. By the way, a tip for this part, when you must fight multiple groups at once, always kill the storm clouds first, because they have much higher DPS than the mesmers do. Now some fresh air finally, but don't underestimate the beetles. They have a lot of AoE damage and spirits and healer in their groups, remove enchantments, etc. One tip, go for their queens and for the ghost eaters first and keep the dervishes for last. Alright, no more beetles, and from this point on, frogs again. A big open room with some office, see how well the minions distract them, this is why bringing an MM helps much in this dungeon. The gate automatically opens, the NPCs join us, but be on your toes, a big fight is coming. Obviously the boss is not alone, this is a trap. More and more frogs jump out of the ground, but with our combined forces with the Gokirs we beat them. Don't forget to pick up the boss key. There is another ritualist boss very close, the same as before, no problem. And just a few more groups, then we reach the boss lock, open the lock with the key, and good to know there are a few traps here and there. These only cause poison and crippled conditions, but no damage, so nothing to be scared of, just micro your heroes, use the spirit and they will remove the negative effects. Caboose, the big boss, is close to several other groups, but luckily we can easily pull away these frogs from him group after group, switch to a longbow or flatbow and hit any of them, then move back, let them come to you, and you can do this with each group here. Okay, only the boss group left. Quickly flag heroes and destroy the frogs. You won't have to micro much, Caboose is a coaster, Mesmer heroes will take care of him easily. And that's it, Bogroot Groves is completed, we get a bunch of Azuran points, some gold coins from Girif and the chest of course. And sadly I didn't get Froggy this time, but at least another dungeon guide in the series. I hope you like this one, good luck and have fun.